Hmm. Overdrive Vandal in my shop. Ugh, but I'm broke and I have too many Vandals. Hmm. Yeah, but I might be finishing up for today because it's very late.
Or did you finish the? You finished the
The game
game.
is, yeah, the game is done. The game is.
Okay.
I just two of Vandals. Oh, maybe she'll come back.
Yeah,
But
I wanted to
no.
come back, but it just crashed everything.
Hmm.
It just told me like
Yeah.
everything's just. And
Oh.
now it's welcome back property. Hello. Now it's just running my some kind of install of the game on like 5 megabytes per second.
Oh my
Oh, I
god,
did
you
want it to.
started streaming 1 minute ago. Oh my god, I'm
Yes,
so early.
I I started streaming.
Wait,
I can't sleep.
wait.
It's 3:30 a.m. Okay, I wanted to show you the book stuff.
Oh yeah, let's go.
We gotta wait for okay, sneak peek into my book. No one has seen that yet.
Don't worry, I'll sign an NDA or whatever it's called.
An NDA, okay.
I'll never talk about it again. Unless it's for promotional purposes.
Ah, yes, because that's so important. We do have
Yeah.
copyright laws in Germany, so we don't really need to
Oh,
do that.
well. I'm not in Germany.
That does
Okay.
not change the fact.
Yeah, no, I know nothing about Germany laws. I just heard that they're quite difficult when it comes to
Oh, jeez, that's big.
Twitch.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, it's horrific. I hate it.
Oh,
Okay.
the owl.
Well, that's everyone
It's
who fell asleep to the stream gone. Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried, but like it just crashed for like a solid 5 minutes. So the
so cute.
Slothria. That's the owl's name. It's a Strix.
He's
It's
such a
like
cutie.
and the Slothria is like Strixes are like owls and they're out of mythology and I just gave them like a twist. But it's so cute. Her like she got rescued by her handler and now she just does stuff to for him like carrying shit and like bringing messages.
Oh.
Razura might have better lawyers. Do you have lawyers?
Um. Uh. Maybe. Yeah, I
Ah
do.
yes.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have Sherlock Holmes.
Ah yes, of course. Yeah, but that's one of them. This is the map that I drew.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Damn.
And I did it like all
That's.
individually. Like I didn't like put in like a tree. Like I put all the trees and all the shit and like
Oh.
all the little islands and stuff. I did that all by hand. And also
Oh.
like the surroundings. Wait, like all of you,
Oh my god, I'm so excited. So
like all
when's
of
this book
these.
coming out?
I have no, I have no idea.
Ooh, I
Okay, so I
love this.
did
I
like
love
all
it.
of the little ones and like the names and stuff. I put them all. Yeah, and
Oh,
the
that
world's
is
called Ashal.
damn. Please, whatever isekai things are there, Ashel, I wanna be summoned in there.
Actually,
In
it
there.
is an isekai because that
Oh my
world
god.
is like is connected to Earth via a portal,
Oh,
so you can open
oh, okay.
portals to each world.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
And like the first
Let
book,
me
and
in.
like the thing is, I like the first book is quite long already, but there's like only like a small bit that is actually explored. So like for the first book, you only need like this part of the map for the
Oh my
book
god.
for the entire book and I was so excited for the entire map that I just drew the entire map. So you only need
Oh,
like this you only need like this little bit to actually understand the book and all of
oh
this
my goodness.
is just
This is like a Genshin Impact map
yeah, I'm
coming
pretty
out.
proud of it. I like it.
It's so good. I want to see the Ocean's Eye. I want to see what the story is about that.
Yeah, it's so I have like
Mm.
all of the cool little islands and stuff. I have like all of the that's the issue. I have so much history that I have just in my brain for this book, but it's never in the book. So, like, first of all, I would have to write like 3 books to tell like the entire story that I want to tell.
Mm.
It would be like a trilogy, like The Lord of the Rings. Um,
Yeah.
and I have like, but I have like so much lore for this world, like why the world is the way that it is, and why certain lakes and rivers and stuff have names, and what happens.
Mm.
Like, why is there like a small ass island with a big mountain on it? No one knows.
Okay.
No one knows. Why is there a big crater in the ocean? No one knows. Except for me. I know. And Raccoon,
Mm.
here I come. Property's also
Ooh.
exciting.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. Wait, is it a book in English or
Yes,
German?
it's an English book.
Okay,
I wrote it in
let's go.
English.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wait, I'm actually excited. I'm genuinely excited for this
I'm also
book.
really excited. I was really happy. I wrote it in the last year while in uni.
Ooh, okay. Wait,
Uh,
do you study literature in uni?
no, I really wanted to, but like, you don't really have any job perspectives. I study Japanese, but I kind of want to do
Uh,
like modules. Like you can add like modules to it, and I want to do like literature module this semester.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, what I also have the character one.
Oh, please. Oh
That's
my
the
god.
character ones. I'm not finished yet, but
She's so
that's the main character.
Sorry, I'm like genuinely excited
Yeah,
for
it's so
this.
I love it. And honestly, like I'm so proud of this. This is so good.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, and that's her best
Oh,
friend. And those are 2 men.
okay, okay. Wait, they're both men.
Yeah, they're men.
Oh, uh, damn.
Yeah, he's like my boy toy, okay? He's
I see.
he's I still, as you can see, I have not rendered the beard yet. It's just a shadow to put on later.
So you're such a
That's
good artist. Wow. Oh my god, he
I
looks so
drew
different
like,
without the beard.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not supposed to be a beard. It's like supposed to be like a shadow, you know, like a
Oh.
shaving shadow. But I just needed to map out the beard, so I just needed to see like where would the beard be if it was an entire beard. So I can, when I draw it in with the color, I can shadow the, you know, the part where the beard is supposed to be.
Mm.
So that's why I drew like little squiggly lines over his face.
I love it. You know what? It's very accurate because when you take off the beard thing, it looks like an entire different person, and that's pretty much what
Now
happens.
he looks 12. Now he looks
Yeah,
24. Now he looks
he looks like
12.
he's in his 20s. Like, oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
this man is Asian. That's why he looks the way that he does.
Mm. Yeah. Oh, wait. I thought you were talking about the blonde one being a man. I was like, oh,
No,
oh.
that's my main character's best friend. And
Okay. Oh, that's so
that's
confused.
the male main character.
Oh, I love the. Oh, he looks beautiful.
Yeah, he's
Like
supposed to
that.
be. Like
Oh,
he's supposed to
okay.
be like more of the those are brothers, by the way. They're
Oh.
brothers. And he's supposed to be like the rough one who only got like the English traits, and
Mm.
he's the pretty older brother who got his mum's traits.
Okay, okay, okay. I
Yeah,
see, I see. Oh, I want to see this. Oh my goodness.
yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's it. I still need to draw it in, but I started playing Valorant because I didn't want to draw anymore. I colored like the both of them in,
oh, I
and then
love
I was like,
Valorant.
now let's start a round of Valorant, and then I started streaming, and now it's been 3 hours.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
Yes, me too. I'm so
oh,
excited as well.
oh,
Oh,
thank you
it's
so much for
Valorant has
showing.
updated. Can I please
Oh,
go in for a second and just make sure I wasn't banned? I can't even sign in. It just doesn't let me sign
oh
in.
no, Lumika's banned. Lumika's
That's
banned.
Lumika. doesn't. Huh? It tells me my login credentials don't match the account.
Oh, gasp. Maybe your cat did eat your keyboard.
My
You might wanna
cat did
double
eat my
check.
keyboard.
Do you even have a cat?
I don't. I have one at home, like in my mom's place.
Oh. Okay. The cat did eat the keyboard, guys.
I swear to God. Okay. Log me in. Oh, remember this PC for 30 days. What the fuck?
Don't remember. Forget.
Okay, my code. There we go. Let me in. Let me in. I can't. Why do I have to update again? I'd updated it just a second ago. What the fuck? I swear to God.
I just got a shaving ad. Let's go.
A shaving ad, yes, because I
Yeah.
shave so much. Lumica hacks confirmed. Okay.
Oh my god.
That's what it is. That's what it
Got
is.
Lumica hacks.
I'm hacking, guys.
Oh wows.
Just think if we had played a comp, I would be so fucked.
Oh my god, yeah, you'd be so fucked. Thank god we did not.
Thank God. For a second we were thinking about it. Oh, I just texted my friend, and she's currently working night shifts.
Oh,
and she just sent like at like 1 or 2 a.m. she sent a message about like, oh, like she's because we just moved in together. Like I bought like a bunch of stuff, and she just wants to give me back some money. And then she's like, oh, can I send it to you like next month? I don't have the money right now. It's like, yeah, don't worry. But I didn't answer at 2 a.m. I answered now. It's like nearly 4 a.m. And the only thing I get back is, why are you awake? Because
I'm working my night shift.
Because I need to make money. I just texted her in English. Twitch. No, it doesn't matter. She understands English.
Oh. Imagine Twitch would actually pay you by hour.
Damn.
By like what you're given.
Like all the big streamers would be so. It would be so rich. They would be double rich. Just think about like a long gamer, like people that play like, I don't know, like role play for hours.
Oh my god. They would just let that run.
You just play like GTA 5 roleplay for like 12 hours straight. What money Joven isn't awake? You don't know that. He's just not here. That's the difference. Joven could be here. He just doesn't show. And I don't have any please play Valorant. I don't have any goal currently because all the PS5 goal just kind of vanished when I had to move. So we had like for a while we had like this like sub goal and donation goal thing, because I have a PS5 game but I don't have a PS5 because my dad, when we were still talking, he like tried to give me gifts that made no sense because he doesn't know the detail. You know, like when you get like a gift from a friend or like your partner or something, and they just got a warning, thank God. You know, and they just gift you something that remotely looks like that would be for you. Like if you only play Xbox games and your partner knew that you were playing games a lot, but then they buy you like a PS4, PS5 game and gift that to you. That just tells me that it's like, no, like you don't know the details. You just know like, oh, she games, but like they don't listen to you, you know. And that's what basically my dad. That's basically what my dad does the entire time. I tell him I need new headphones. My birthday is around the corner. Like, not anymore, but like hypothetically, my birthday's around the corner. Okay. Oh, we gotta hydrate. I don't have any water anymore. We gotta wait for the hydrate. Wait a second. I'm just gonna tell the story, then I hydrate. And my dad just knows. It's like, oh yeah, my birthday. On my headphones just broke. Can you buy, like, you can give me new headphones? But I tell him, please do not buy any headphones. If you want to buy me headphones, that's one thing that I would need. If you want to, don't buy me ones that have to connect to Bluetooth. I do not have Bluetooth on my tower PC because who the fuck has Bluetooth on their tower PC that they built?
Yeah.
You know, most of the PCs don't even have Wi-Fi. Okay, you have to put in a cable, and it's like, please do not buy me headphones with Bluetooth connection. Please do not. That it will not work. It will not. And then what do I get? I get Bluetooth headphones.
Oh my god.
Then I said, thank you. That's not the ones that I need. Okay.
Oh my god.
And I gift them to my little sister because those are literally just like I take them to school or to work headphones. You know, like the little smaller ones that not like these ones, but like the smaller Bluetooth ones that you can take everywhere. I use Bluetooth for my Xbox controller. I have Bluetooth on my tower PC that I built. Yeah, but like you put the Bluetooth inside. Usually you don't really put Bluetooth inside because why the fuck would you need Bluetooth in your tower PC?
I can add Bluetooth into my PC. I was struggling with Wi-Fi. I was like, where the fuck do I put this?
I'll put the Bluetooth on it. I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, that's what my dad did and like does continuously. The next year, he like on Christmas, because my birthday's in August, and then on Christmas he tried again and gifted me headphones. By the way, I had already bought myself new headphones because it's been 4 months, you know. And I needed my headphones because I can't stream and I can't game if I don't have any headphones. So I bought myself new ones. And at Christmas, I get gifted headphones because he thought 4 months later I would still not have headphones, which was not correct. And I look at them, and now they were gaming headphones like these that I'm currently wearing, but they were still Bluetooth headphones. It was like, how hard is it to find like the difference between headphones, a wireless headphone, okay, wireless, and like you just put a USB stick in your PC and that connects to the USB stick, and a Bluetooth headphone. It makes like it's very little difference. There's such a little difference. And it's like, and then my dad bought me a PS5 game for my birthday, and I was like, this game that I want, it's God of War Ragnarok, like the newest God of War game, because I love the original games. And I was like, yeah, let me just get like the newest Ragnarok one. And I told my dad explicitly, because I knew he was gonna fuck it up. I explicitly told him, Father, the man that created me to 3%, please look when you buy. I do not have a PS5. This game exists for both consoles, for the old one and the new one. I do not have the new one. Don't. And I cannot buy it because it's like 400, 500 euros. I cannot afford that right now. I mean, I could, but I can put that into living and not buying a PS5. And he's like, yeah, I got this. Don't worry. What does he gift me? Ragnarok for PS5. And I kept this just on my shelf. It's the only PS5 game that I have. It's gifted. I now have it. I just have it. It's so close. It's on my fingertips, okay? I want to play this game, but I cannot put it into the PS4. I hate my life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
That's
like now I just have a PS5 game and I don't have a PS5. So for some time, where we were just trying to get me a PS5 via donations, um, it was so funny because there were like two people that donated. One who's apparently fucking rich because I had one dude in this community who just comes in on Christmas, gifts like 100 subs, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Okay,
what?
yeah, man's rich, man's double rich. Okay, for some reason he probably isn't. He's just irresponsible. But like once in a blue moon, he's just gonna drop in. I'm so lucky my parents know about technology. Yeah, it would be lovely. We were like halfway there. Yeah, and then I had to move. Okay, so I got like 200 or something, or 300 we got together for the 450 for the PS5. And then it was decided that I had to move. So I had to buy things like a washing machine and a kitchen. So now I don't have money anymore to buy myself a PS5.
Hmm. I'm gosh, it's kind of like you tell someone, "Oh, I actually listen to music," and they start giving you like a full ass guitar.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's the worst gift you've ever received?
Um, um, I get. Actually, I don't know. I don't really get gifts, you know. So
What do you mean you don't get gifts?
actually, you know what? I got given a Bluetooth headset, but I did not have any device at the time.
So you had Bluetooth headphones,
Yeah, they just gave me like this white and light blue Bluetooth headphones, but I did
but you
not have
didn't.
a
Oh my
phone or a
god, that's so
laptop
dumb.
or anything at the
Maybe
time.
they thought the music is gonna come out of the headphones by themselves.
Yeah, probably. I used to have like an iPod thing. You know the things where you like download music into and then you like really old device. I don't think anyone uses it now. But that's what I used to use.
Yeah, it's like an old MP3 player. I did have those
Yeah.
like
My little Blackberry.
23 years ago, when I was still
Yeah.
35.
Yeah, when I was about like 8.
And there was two people who donated. One was rich and the other one donated 30 Norwegian kroner.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
because
sounds like
like
a lot.
no, it's like $1,
Very,
I
yeah.
think. Because if you go onto my channel and you tip in the tip one, not that I want you to, I'm just telling.
You want me to? Okay, I see. I see.
Yes, please
Okay.
donate. No. So if you hit the donations, it's gonna send you over to the PayPal one, but you can just tell it what money you want to. Like you can give euros, you can give Danish kroners, you can give like whatever comes to mind. You can send yen.
Joven the Guitar Man. Okay.
Yeah, Joven's like holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
And
Do I have a
property is on
person named
number
Joven?
3. Property, you're a number 3. You're number
Hey.
3 on the donation. Yeah, and you can just send whatever money you want to, and you got to pay double. It's just for the shits and giggles. You will have to pay double because it will have to be like from your bank account translated into the money that you chose, and then back into my money that I use, which is
Oh.
euros, obviously because I live in Germany. So everything would just have to, like, for example, if you lived in the US and you donated and you chose for whatever reason you chose pounds, it would first, like, you will have to pay extra just to translate it into pounds, and then you would have to pay again, because then it would just be like changed into euros, obviously, because I only use euros, and then it would just be double the price, and it would make no sense. But some people do it because it's funny, I think.
Comedy is my money.
Yes.
Laughs and rich. Ha ha ha.
It's so funny. I need to update
Rich.
my banners. It's still the
Your
old look.
banner.
Still the old blue headphones and my suit.
But I like your banner.
Yeah, I
Very
want to.
cute.
I want to change. I'm just gonna change like the outfit. That's the only thing I'm gonna change. Because I was in the beginning. I was like very green. I had a green background and all, and it's I had like a different Minecraft skin, so I base off everything off my skin. But I now turned into
Emoji.
Kimpossible in Minecraft, so
Gimp.
so I switched from being a suit wearing bodyguard into Kimpossible.
Beautiful upgrade.
Yeah, and then I switched that up, but I never switched up my streaming profile. It's still the same because I have this background now. It's like the community background. I still have to add a bunch of people. That's what I want to do next. And I just have this. Those are just like of course me in the middle, and I wear the suit. I'm not gonna change the suit on this picture because it would take so long just to change that. But it's me, and then there's just like a bunch of people who were like OGs of this channel, or like the YouTube phase before I switched to Twitch.
Wait, who is that? I just
Who's
see like
who?
a face, like a cutout face.
Oh, that's Keanu Reeves. because at some point that's Joven. Okay, we only knew because we don't know. Obviously, I don't know these people, but I wanted to do like a little group project, and Joven one time described himself as a guitar playing John Wick. So I just put the John Wick on him and then gave him a guitar. But he's also Jesus. Oh. So he's Jesus John Wick playing the guitar.
Oh, okay. Jesus John Wick, I see. Wait, so is that him?
What?
Is that meant to be him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Keanu Reeves. I just took like a picture of Keanu Reeves and just slapped it on the picture. Just slapped it on the drawing. Was it? No, my parents don't know what to gift me. They gift me nothing or money. That's kind of what you do when you get older. And eventually, when you're living alone, you're gonna get from the phase of like I want toys and I don't know what I want. At some point, you're gonna land on the I need a new microwave, or I really want like some nice pillows for my sofa. You will reach that, and at that point, I'm at that point, okay. And now that I'm at that point, I'm just old. I've been old, you know that. That's not a new information, but now I'm just like double old, like squared old, okay? Because now I go into like kitchenware shops where they like sell pots and pans, you know. And I go in there with like glowing eyes, like, oh, this is such a nice pan, and I'm just gonna buy myself a pan for luxury. That's how you know you're ancient, when you're happy about pots and pans, or like a shaker, or like a mixer or something. I want a rice cooker. I want to buy myself a really nice rice cooker, like an automated one. That's what I want to do next, and I'm so excited for that. And it's so sad because I'm excited to buy myself kitchenware, but that's my life.
Yeah, I get excited at all these like organizing videos. I'm like,
yes. Oh, I love them.
I'm turning old. I love excited.
Them. Yeah,
but I still love plushies the same.
Yeah, I also have plushies. Don't worry. But you can see like all the mess in the. You can see like all the weird shit in the background, because as you can see, I don't have any space.
I love it.
And I just have everything scattered everywhere. That's the issue. Are you trying to read BT's messages? I love my country. Not only decided to not use the common currency, they also decided to leave the EU, and even thought there was not a single benefit of that choice. Some people here still believe it was the right choice. Yes, I
Oh
love
gosh.
Britain. It's such
From
a.
the
I love the
Englands.
country. England is such a great country.
Lovely.
It's like, oh, I know how to convince the French to stop people getting on boats and coming over here. Let's make them mad at us. I thought everyone hated the French. After Napoleon died, the French were just weak. And it continued on.
Hate
Oh my god,
that
I'm pansexual. Oh my
community.
god, this is so dumb.
All of it. I'm kidding.
Pansexual. I'm
Oh,
pansexual.
oh, I just noticed.
It's
Are you pansexual?
I'm bisexual. I mean that's not that
Hey,
far apart.
lovely. Babushka is pansexual.
Yes,
Wait, bisexual.
I'm also pansexual apparently.
Pansexual.
Pans is crazy. Yeah, and really nice if you have a good pan. I have like a dedicated egg pan because the eggs are just being done so well in that pan. Like the yellow is still it's still a little liquidy, and but the entire egg white is so
Yo,
it's so good. And I just
please
have this
email.
dedicated egg pan. I'm as you can tell, I am ancient. Okay.
I love it.
I already know I will steal the instant pot the second I move out. Like, instant pots are so good as well. You can just throw everything in, put the lid on, and then let it cook. Asexual but very romantic. Bi-romantic.
Cute.
But isn't that like I understand like all the asexual and like the aromantic stuff, but like I never like from like a personal mind understanding. I don't understand how you can not want physical, like any physical intimacy with the person that you love.
I think it depends because there's a level. It's more of like you either are fine with like hugs and like stuff like that, but it's more of like the more intimate.
Oh, it's
Like,
like the actual like intimate part that you
yeah,
don't want.
I used to think I was asexual, but I was, well,
Oh,
in
okay,
my
that makes
case, I was
sense.
just depressed. But
Oh my god.
no, I'm just speaking from my experience, right? It's just like I at the time I was like, I don't like that like at all. It's not my thing at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm like, yeah, hugs, welcome in, welcome in.
I don't, my
You know.
brain just doesn't. I mean, that's totally fine. That's good. I'm not judging. I just never understood it. But for a while, that was just because of my bad ex boyfriend. I have to admit, my because of my the like I'm not gonna talk about it in detail. But like my ex boyfriend thought he was hot shit and he wasn't. Um,
Yikes.
yeah, it was horrific, and like everything intimacy was also horrific. And so eventually I was like, and he was also my first boyfriend,
Yikes.
so that was the only experience I had with that man, and I
No.
just didn't like it. I was like, am I asexual?
Yeah,
And then
that's
I
what
broke
I
up with him, and I met other people, and I figured out no, he's just really bad in at relationships at all, like just generally,
mm,
not just the intimacy part. He was just really shit at general relationships, and so it was like, oh,
yeah.
do I even want to be in a relationship? It's like, yeah, eventually maybe I want to, but he's
Oh my
just
goodness.
shit. He was just dumb. That was the issue.
That's literally my thing right now because every relationship I've been in was so bad. Please.
Yeah, I fancy
So I'm
high
like,
school
is it
breaks so good.
really the case?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Is it
saying.
really? But no, it's just wrong people. Wrong people.
Yeah, most of the time it is just wrong people. All of my relationships have been long distance.
Hmm.
I mean, I mean,
Just
there's
looking
there's
for.
there's goods and bads about long distance relationships.
Yeah.
Um, I had like a semi long distance relationship because he was in the army.
Oh.
So he wasn't there most of the time, and sometimes he would come home over the weekends. Um, and it's like good because like you have like time to do things, and just have like fun on the weekend with that person. Like with your partner, you can hang out and it's not getting boring because you don't spend that much time together. So you don't grow tired of each other. That's like a plus. But the bad thing is, if you need them, like not just over the weekend, but like something happened and it's like Wednesday and it's the middle of the night and you just call them, they can't just come over.
Yeah.
You can't just have like a support system. You always have to take care of everything by yourself, and then over the weekend you can share it with your partner. That's it's like a big contra to the entire situation.
Yeah, there's a big goods and bads. Like you
Very
can
much.
like develop really like strong trust, but really depends on the person.
But it's also really hard.
Yeah, I need a
Like
lot
my
of
last,
reassurance.
yeah, like my last boyfriend, I had before I moved into the east of Germany and to start uni. So last year, I went into that relationship, and I immediately told him, like, before we were even together, it's like, dude, can you do long distance? And he was like, why would you ask that? It's like, I'll be gone in 6 months. Nothing is going to stop me. No one is going to stop me. I will be gone in 6 months. I have to go to uni. And he's like, yeah, that's fine with me. I'm good with long distance. And he was like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, let's do like 6 months. Let's see how it goes. And if we still like each other at the end of the 6 months, we can try long distance. I was like, A-okay with that, because I put that out
Aww.
in the beginning. You know, I didn't lie to him. I didn't enter the relationship and being like, on a random Tuesday, it's like, oh, next week I'm gonna move 400 kilometers away.
It's so cute.
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
that.
and then he just got like all of his like in his entire friend group were like in long lasting relationships. It's like 3 to 4, no, 4 to 7 years. So somewhere in their like earlier stages, and some were already in like a relationship for 7 years or something. So like the older couples, like the longer lasting couples, they were starting to think about marriage, which is good. I think if you're together for 7 years, you've been living together for 5, you know it's gonna work out. You're gonna marry. That's fine. But then
Mm.
my ex boyfriend immediately got like hit by a bus mentally.
What? Okay.
Um,
Oh.
yeah, by mentally, because like it was a big ass sign that hit him in the face that said, "You need to marry now, or it will be too late." So, um, he started
Oh.
spending every second of his day with me. I could not be anywhere alone. I could not do anything alone. And we were like, I met him at work. So we were working right next to each other. So we saw each other every day at work and then at home. And then when I said, I'm going to go home, huh? And then when I said I was going to go home, um, he was like, I'm going to call you when you're home. He just visited me out of the blue. He was like, hello, I'm here now, and just was in my kitchen cooking. I was like, the fuck are you doing here? I didn't invite you. Like, completely overstepping any and all boundaries I've set, okay? I told him, you're gonna call me before you meet, okay, before you come here, because it's my parents' house, and it's not just me, it's not just my flat. I'm not gonna give you a key. You're gonna come around, and you're gonna tell me beforehand. So I can tell my mum. And I can tell everyone else, because I don't want random people just randomly standing in my kitchen. And that man proceeded to text my mum on Instagram, because he looked her up on Instagram, texted her, hi, I'm your daughter's boyfriend. Can I come over? I want to cook something. Do you have this and that? Because I will go shopping beforehand. You can tell me if you have this and that at home, or if I have to buy it. And my mum was like, hello, boyfriend. I have never met you before, but hello.
The fuck?
Yeah, exactly. He was weird. He was just starting to be like completely like tied up in his mind about having a long lasting relationship. And it kind of broke him because he knew I was going to move away. He knew that. I was like, it's gonna be like, if it works, it's gonna be like a hard 4 years because I will not be back until at least after my bachelor's degree, and it's gonna take like 3 to 4 years. And perhaps
Yeah.
one out of those 4 years, I will not even be in Germany. I might just be studying in Japan, as I'm doing a Japanese degree. So I might just be hanging out in Japan for a bit. Nothing is going to stop me, not even you. And then all his friends got either engaged or were like, actually, I went to one wedding, and it was the worst wedding I've ever went to. I
Oh,
hated
okay.
it. I can give you the tea on the wedding if you like,
Ooh. Okay.
because there's so much tea in that wedding. Holy shit. He just immediately thought like, oh, now he needs to find like a long lasting relationship as well. And like yesterday, he needed to do that because otherwise his biological clock is going to run out and he's going to die at 23. I love drama talk. Let's do this. And so he just completely was like going psycho. And I was like, stop right there. I'm moving. Choose. Bye bye. And he didn't like that. He also didn't have his driver's license until after I moved away. So he was caught, like, in the entire time he was doing his driver's license, but he wasn't done yet. So he didn't have a driver's license yet, and he kept telling me, "Oh, like one weekend you're gonna drive home, and then the other weekend I'm gonna drive to you." Oh, it's like, you will definitely not be coming to me every weekend. I have to work. I have to work every Friday and Saturday. I need to live, and even if I have like one weekend off, I will definitely not be driving home. And you will definitely not be bothering me.
Why, like, home? Like, that's where your parents are as well, no? Like,
Yes. Yes.
that's...
And he just lives like in the city where my parents live. Obviously, that's where I come from, you know?
Yeah.
But like he was like, oh yeah, and then he was immediately like, when I moved away, his first thought was, I'm gonna quit my job, and then I'm gonna take, he had 2 cats. You're gonna take his 2 cats and gonna move to East Germany to move in with me. And we're gonna find ourselves a flat, and we're gonna live together, and he's gonna find himself a job here, and I'm gonna study. I thought he went off. Oh, my stream crashed. That's what happened. That's what happened. The stream crashed. And what was I? Sorry. I'm getting happier and happier that I'm alone. Yeah, 100%. What did I say, Zara? I'm dumb.
East Germany.
Oh yeah, he's gonna move. Yeah, he's gonna move. And I was like, you have your entire family, your entire friend circle. You have your job here and your cats, and you live like, he was living in a building with like 3 flats, and the bottom one was his dad's flat, and there was one couple living between them, and he was living in the second floor one. So he was literally right next to his dad. He was just hanging out at his dad's like every other day. And it's like, you're gonna throw all of that away. Some people call me gay. What?
And the
I met some
lovely.
people who had time to be alive. Just block them, ignore
Welcome
them.
to
What the fuck?
Valorant.
I hate this. I hate people. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he's just going full psycho mode, and then he really needed to visit me. So I moved in October, and in the beginning of November he had to visit me one more time, and I thought he would be like mature enough, because he used to be quite mature when I met him, at least. He would be mature enough to realize when he's here but it does not work out to come over every Friday and go home every Sunday. We can't do that. I literally had to take off work to have him over for that weekend, and things just didn't work out. I had the worst mood the entire weekend because he couldn't let me go. He was just sitting next to me, holding onto something, either my leg or my hand or my shoulder, whatever he could touch. He was just holding on to me like he was scared I was just gonna run away.
Jeez.
I was starting to really be scared that he would just not be going home anymore. Like he would literally just 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 tie me up, throw me in the back of his car, and drive me back home, lock me up in his basement. That was really what how I felt. And then one time when he came over, he was like, "Oh, I can bring you your car tires," because it was getting winter. I hadn't changed my tires yet. He was like, "Oh, I can bring them over. I can change the tires. Don't worry." It's like, you don't have to do that. If you really want to, that would be really nice. And then he came here, changed my tires for me, which he didn't have to. I could have done that myself, but he changed my tires. And that was the only time he let go of me, by the way. I had to stand next to him at all times, but he let go of me because he needed both hands to change the tire. And then he continued to tell me while on his way home, it's like, "Oh, I can just put them in my basement. It's fine. You don't have to put them anywhere in storage." It's like, no, take them back to my mum's. They were in the garage at my mum's. Just take them back there. It's like, no, I can just put them in my garage. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's like, it's a big deal for me because you will not be holding on to something that I still need. And he was starting to emotionally try to manipulate me, but I'm so over this. I cannot be I've been through so much family shit that I can smell that from a mile away. And I was like, no, you will not be doing that. What the fuck do you mean? And then he continued on being like, "Oh, I'm gonna move here next year." It's like, you will not. You will not. I'm not gonna have you give up all your life just to run after me. The fuck you want me to do in 20 years? Week needs both hands to change his tires.
I love that.
Oh, Property, such a banger. Easy report. Yeah, I should have reported them as well. Insufferable. He was insufferable. He was chill in the beginning because we talked about it in the beginning. I went into that relationship being like, "Hello, I am starting uni in October, and that will be 400 kilometers away. Can you live with that?" He was like, "Yeah, don't worry, we can figure it out." And then immediately, when it was time, September coming around, one of his friends' wedding that I will be talking about in a second, and that was the moment he completely went psycho mode and could not spend a second without me. And then that's literally just broke me because I cannot live in insufferable situations. I need a lot of free time. I love hanging out with my friends and I love doing streaming and stuff. But the moment I'm off from a 4-5 hour stream where I'm just constantly talking and chatting with people, or I'm hanging out in a cafe with friends, I'm going home and I will not be doing anything with anyone for the rest of the day. I can do only that much socializing.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, normal, but have just a very low battery. Some people have really big battery and they can talk with people for very long periods of time. I cannot do that. I will get very tired. Streaming is the only middle path because there's no one physically in the room and we're just hanging out on Discord at most, or usually I'm just reading chat or we're just playing some games together. And that's a good in-between thing. But this man was suffocating me. He was suffocating me to death, honestly. And after that weekend, I was like, oh, he's gonna go home. He's gonna reflect on this weekend. He's gonna reflect on everything that happened over the weekend and our moods. And the fact that he still didn't understand why I was in a bad mood the entire weekend. And we're gonna call and we're gonna have a mature chat about it, and then we're gonna both be figuring out that maybe that does not make any sense. To continue, if one of us is like that, um, and you know what happened? Um,
Hmm.
Definitely not that.
Oh no.
He went home, and I wanted to talk with him while he was here already, because usually you talk face to face. It's not nice to break up over the phone, okay? But he didn't give me a chance. He did not give me a chance to say anything to him. So most of the weekend we were just literally watching a series on Netflix. I think it was The Witcher season 2. We just
Oh,
watched the
lovely.
season 2 of The Witcher over the weekend and didn't speak at all because I was in such a bad mood. And then he was trying to like touch my arm and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, would you not like? Aren't you in the mood?" I was like, "I am not in the mood. I am not."
Yikes. That's I hate that. No.
Exactly, and I was like, "No, I'm not in the mood. Please leave me alone." And then he left me alone. Okay, he's not someone
Good,
who does
good.
like inappropriate shit. That's not what happened. Otherwise, I would have probably punched him so hard he didn't know where left and right is anymore. Um, because I'm not about to do that to myself. Yeah, but that man was just full of psycho. I called him a few days later, and because he kept on being like, "Oh, I love you so much" over text and good morning, good night texts, and I already really bad with like good morning and good night texts, obviously, because that also requires like so much like personal preference, like presence, you know. It's just not the first thing that I do in the morning is look at my phone and just send everyone a good morning text. That's kind of not what
Oh.
I do. I
Oh.
just need like 30 minutes in the morning, and then he got angry because I didn't text him when I woke up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was so weird. Um, and he said like, oh, it's so important to him that I show him how much I loved him. It's like we've known each other for 6 months.
That's freaky.
It's like you can have affection for a person in 6 months, but you cannot actually love them. At least that's what
Mm,
happened to me. Like I usually take like a little bit of time, okay, until
the
something happens,
race
which is
so
normal,
strong.
I think.
Yeah.
um, but it was so weird.
Well, happy you went out of that.
Yeah,
That was
me too, me too. And yeah,
that's
but like I called
scary.
him, like it goes on. Don't worry, it goes on, continues. I called him,
Okay.
told him what I felt like. I was told him like, oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out. You're like, you cannot handle this long distance relationship. And I thought you figured it out the moment you arrived here that it will not work out. And he was like oblivious to the entire fact. He was like, no, it was such a good weekend. I know you were in like a little bit of a bad mood. A little bit of a bad mood. I didn't speak with you the
Honey.
entire weekend. Yeah, but we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be easy. It's like, no, it's not. Do you not understand what I'm trying to tell you right now? Like, this is not working out. You want this because you need a relationship and not because you need me in the relationship. You just need a
Oh.
relationship. You're just grabbing onto any relationship that you can find, and you're trying to hold on for dear life, even if you have to press yourself into a shape that is not yours.
mm.
It's like you need a stable relationship with a person that lives close to you and doesn't have that much ambition in their life because you don't have that much ambition in your life. And you need a person like that. And I am not the person. I want to travel and I want to go far away from Germany eventually, um, at least for a time. And I want to travel and I want to work and I want to do something with my life. And I will not be doing that in a 5,000 person little village that is in the middle of fucking Germany. A time to rizz up a woman. Thank you. I will. I tried. Have I worked? Has it worked out? No.
Oh.
Yeah,
One
but the
day.
the wedding tea. Jeez. I need to go to bed.
Ooh.
It's 4 a.m. It's
Oh shit.
4:30 a.m. Fucking hell. I'm not gonna be
Your
sleeping tonight. I can
roommate's
tell.
gonna be like, oh, my night shift.
Yeah, I'm just gonna text my friend in the morning when she's off work. It's like, sleep well.
Yeah.
But like that wedding. Okay, that that ex-boyfriend. Who we call it? I don't want to call him. Continue to call him like my ex-boyfriend. Mike. Mike. We're gonna call him Mike. Okay. So Mike.
Mike.
Obviously not his real name. But Mike. I wanted to do the hydrate. Wait a second.
Oh yeah. And she's gone. She went to get some water. Woohoo. This feels very weird. I've taken over her stream, guys.
I am
Take
back.
it over. Oh.
Luckily, my
Welcome
classes only
back.
start at 11:30 today. Mans, you should be going to sleep. You have to be in uni in 6 hours.
Oh wait. Wow.
Thank you for the hydrate. I will not be screaming at you tonight because it's 4 a.m. Usually I shout at everyone to drink, but I will not be doing that right now. Okay, so Mike is out of a very small village. That has the funny nickname, the Incest Forest.
What the fuck?
Because I'm gonna tell you now, because that village literally has like 3 names, and two families that moved to that village, but like 90% of the village is just cousins and grandparents and of like 2 different families.
Freaky.
Every second house has the same name. There's like literally living 3 families living in that village, and then some people who just move there over time. That just bring in like new blood at some point. That's why it's known to our little city as like the incest village, incest forest. It's so funny. But since it is so small, like you need that information to process like the to understand how big that village is. I'm from a tiny village. There's nothing here. It's pretty normal though. No internal affairs. Like, and so they had like this. There's like in Germany you have like these houses for the village for like you can just reserve them for parties and stuff. And so they just had this entire like village house, which is not that big, for that wedding. New blood, so the gene pool doesn't get pulled. We get a better woman. Okay, it's fine. So you can just tell me that. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
I didn't want to cut you off.
No. Don't worry about it. You can just tell me.
Okay.
But I understand. You have to sleep. Bye bye, Zara.
Bye bye. Bye bye, chats. Good night.
Bye. Oh, she just texted me to not cut me off. That is so sweet. Anyways, wedding tea. So they had this small ass, ugly ass room that they celebrated their wedding in. And they were also living like 3 houses away. So, internal affairs is a better name for it. And it was an ugly ass house because it was literally just like the village meeting place. And so they had like a little area for the food, and mostly just tables everywhere. And the decoration was horrendous. And I nearly didn't attend that wedding because there was so much shit going on beforehand. Because those were Mike's friends. Like Mike was played, did like competitive darting, like throwing darts. Um, so he was, so his friends that were getting married were also in this dart tournament group, and they were doing tournaments together. And so apparently for that village or like around my city, it is normal to ask your clubs to help out at your wedding. So if you're like in the fire brigade, for example, if you or if you're like in some kind of club or something, kind of sports club, you will ask your sports club to help out at those social events like birthday parties or like weddings and like all these kind of things. Um, but the issue is usually when you're in this club, you invite them to help you out at the wedding because you're not that close with them. You kind of just like, oh, there's like friends or like just, yeah, that's pretty normal. But like you invite them to help out at your wedding when you don't know them that well, wouldn't you say? If you have your best friend in the same club as you wouldn't ask him to come and help out. You would invite him as your friend. But that kind of they kind of mix this all together. So some of their best friends, like Mike was or is still, was in that club, in that darting club, and they didn't even give him an invite. They didn't even, us, I would say. They didn't even give us like a card or any invite in that. They just came to us while we were at the starting match. And just told him, be like, oh yeah, we're invited to our wedding, but please help out. It's like, and then and my question was, are you inviting us to your wedding? Wedding? Are you inviting us to? That's already a red flag, dude. That was horrific. I'm not going to talk about the darting. We're not going to speak about this. We're not going to talk about it. But I was genuinely asking, it's like, are you gonna invite him because he's your friend? Or are you asking him to help out? Because you cannot invite someone to your wedding and then ask them to help out. And then they asked the entire other people out of that club to help out with the wedding as well. But they didn't give out like things to help out with before and after, for example. Like stacking the table or like putting in the food or like bringing a salad. Sometimes you know you do that, you bring your like own salads or like your own appetizers or something, or yeah, like your family is making them, especially if it's like a village wedding. Usually people bring cake and all of this other stuff. They don't really do catering, but they had catering and stuff that people brought in, mostly their parents and family. But then my question was like, if you don't have to bring like, if you don't bring salad or cake, something, what do you want us to do? And then, unironically, I'm telling you, they looked us straight in the face, straight in the globes, okay, straight in the eyes, looked at us and said, "Can you do the serving at our wedding?" It was like, the fuck do you mean? Serving. He's like, we need some people to bring out the drinks because they have like older family and stuff and they invite them all, obviously. But then I was like, if I'm going to the bar and he needs a drink and I see it, I can just ask him and just bring one along for him. I will not be getting invited to a wedding. I can't speak anymore. Not getting invited to wedding to only, like, am I gonna have to wear a dress and I'm gonna come with jeans and t-shirt? Because I will not be running around in a dress the entire evening to serve some family members that I don't know. Because second of all, I wasn't even really friends with them. I've known them for like 4 months at that point. And they invited me as a +1 because I was Mike's girlfriend. And then they looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Can you help out with the serving?" And that was the moment I was like, I will not be attending that wedding. And I told Mike. And I told him. And he came to me, first of all, he came to me, told me, "I don't think it's fair that because they're like a huge friend group, but only half of them do darting, the other half doesn't do darting." Okay, so what they did was invite the darting half to help out and ask the other half to bring like cakes and salads. So you do like a little bit of work beforehand and then have like free time at the wedding to enjoy the wedding, or you have people who serve the entire evening, and then I will not be invited to the wedding, I will be working at the wedding. That's two very different things. So Mike came to me, said he thinks it's unfair, he doesn't like it, and he thought they were actual friends so that he would get actually invited to the wedding. It was like, did you tell them? Did you say you think it's unfair? He's like, no, he didn't. I was like, why? If you think that, tell them. Yeah, but it's their wedding. It's like, I don't care. And eventually it got to the point, because I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I was about to just invite myself out. Okay, I'm not gonna go. But Mike was like, oh yeah, can you please come? Don't make like a scene and stuff. It was like, I'm not gonna make a scene at the wedding. That's not what I do. That's not me. I'm not gonna do that. But we had a group chat, okay? And with like what everyone does. And I texted like a long ass message into that group chat being like, hello, if this is actually planned, that we're gonna stay there, like just hand out drinks the entire evening, and we're not really invited to the wedding as guests, I will not be attending, and I think it's unfair towards your friends and unfair towards everyone else. And then they were so angry at me. One of the groom, after like a few weeks later, after everything was settled, came to me and told me, he actually said that to me, you can be lucky that I was currently driving when you sent that message, because his now wife, answered me and did it like very diplomatically and told me like, no, it's not that, you're not supposed to do it the entire evening, just like when people need help, blah 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 blah. So it was not that much work. But like in the beginning they said to us, like, just serve the entire evening, be servers for the entire evening, and I was not about to do that, and definitely not about to do that for free. And so she was like, no, it's just for the beginning and for like the buffet, because we need a little help with like putting out all the buffet stuff. And it's like, I don't care about that. I'm gonna, like, I can help wherever the fuck. I'm not about, like, I'm not a person who's gonna be like, I'm not gonna help. Don't care. But the fact that you think it's okay to ask some people that you barely know to be a server at your wedding, when I am literally just a +1 to one of your best friends, and you don't even invite your best friend as a normal guest without expecting any help from him, that's insane. And that's exactly, BT, that's just fucking insane. It's dumb. I don't understand why people would do that. And my nose. And that started like a huge argument. You have to understand, it started a huge argument. And also, after that was the moment I decided I will break up with that man, because Mike, after he came to me first and told me he thought it was unfair, I wrote that message into the group chat. He was sitting next to me. Do you think he said anything? Do you think he said anything? You think he would write into the group chat, yeah, I find it a little unfair? No. He said nothing. He was dead quiet. And I was like, you were the one who originally was offended by it. I was just the one who wrote the message because I didn't just want to no show at the wedding because I was invited and was expected to help at least. I'm not gonna no show a wedding. I was gonna say like if we're gonna execute the way it was planned, I will not be attending. I'm gonna wish you all the luck, but I will not be attending. And the groom got so angry that I put up my rights and I said like I set my own boundaries. I'm not gonna let myself get trampled because it's a wedding. I don't give a shit if it's your wedding. If I'm uncomfortable, I will not be going. I will tell you all the luck to you, but I will not be going. And he got so angry that I made my that I spoke about my boundaries, that he was like, oh, you can be so lucky that my wife answered you, because otherwise I would have been so mad. I would have given you like the shit, every like every pent up emotion I would have thrown at you. He said that to me. He said that and he meant it. And I was like, that was the moment I was like, and Mike said nothing. He was just sitting next to me. We were at like a meetup to talk about the wedding, and I was like, no, I just want to talk with you about this. This is so dumb. I'm not gonna do this. And then they were like, oh no, we changed it and we got some servers that we pay for the night and they're gonna be there the entire time. It's like, how was that so hot? It's like, you're not gonna invite someone, the +1, to your wedding and then expect them to play your server for free the entire evening. I will not be doing that. Either I'm coming as a guest, as a +1, or I will not be coming. And I'm not friends with you, so who are you anyways? And less than minimum wage where I come from. Yeah, like we have like, what, 12, 13 pounds? Yeah, it's around 13 pounds minimum wage. So for a dishwasher, I don't know, okay, to write phrasing from the fact that I'm 19, so it's lower for me for some reason. That makes no sense, but okay. You're an adult, you're getting scammed. Yeah, it's usually minimum wage starts at 18. I don't know how the British rules are, but that's usually what happens. Anyways. The UK is dumb. Yeah. I know, dude. He was really angry, and then I was really angry, but mostly at Mike, because he said nothing. He said nothing. He was gonna get trampled all over himself, and that's why I knew he does not have a spine, and he's not gonna stand up for what he thinks. And then I reflected after that. I reflected because we used to play a lot of Valorant together when I was still like really bad at the game. I was still like Iron 3. And I was really, really bad at the game. And sometimes I would just have games where I hit nothing. And the only reason I started playing ranked was because he played ranked. And so I played ranked with Mike. And I never really wanted to do that because I knew I was really bad and I just wanted to play more ranked and more like unranked to like understand the game, and then eventually go into ranked, because I literally went into the game knowing like Sage and Fade. I literally knew like basically nothing of the game. I didn't know comms, I didn't know anything. I guess the youth doesn't deserve rights. And then we started playing comp, and obviously I was ranked in like Iron 3, which I was surprised I was not ranked in Iron 1, because I was literally just dying left and right. And then usually when you start like trying to do like comms and stuff, you have like two types. Either the people who don't care that you're a woman and they just play the game, and like 50% of the people are the ones, like the really toxic ones, that don't want to play with anyone that is not a white man who speaks English. And so sometimes we would find these kind of toxic people in game, and I would just be trying to play the game, and they would start like just attacking me verbally, Do you think Mike ever said anything to that? That's what I reflected after I had broken up with him. After that wedding, it was very shortly after the wedding that I broke up with him. Because like literally like the day or like 2 days after the wedding, I moved. It was like the moving weekend, so I went to the wedding and I packed my stuff and then I went. And I reflected like these gaming sessions and stuff, and you're just sitting there and just like, what the fuck? And you just realize he's never said anything. I recently discovered that my little brother is fucking yeah, little brothers. I hate it. I hate like finding 12-year-olds in game and they're just so much better than everyone else. And you're like, what do you do the entire day? Do you go to school? 860, 640. That's a scam, my man. That's a scam. That's just the government scamming you, my man. The fuck? Yeah, that's just dumb. Okay, anyways. So then I had a huge fight with that groom because he said like, oh, I was so angry. It was like, I don't give a shit if you're angry or not. I said what I said and I mean what I mean. I'm not gonna attend the wedding if that's. And then my then boyfriend, Mike, was like, can you please not make such a scene? We're just gonna attend the wedding and gonna help out a little and then we go. And I didn't even buy myself a dress. I got myself a dress. From my now roommate. Actually, I lent myself, like she lent me a dress, and I just wore that dress. I just went to that wedding, served some drinks, talked with people that I kind of knew, and then I was just standing around for 4 hours saying absolutely fucking nothing because it was a cold, boring wedding with only food and all people sitting on benches and talking way too much. There was no dancing, there was no real music. They only had like really, really bad music that you could not dance to. They had no alcohol because they didn't want people to get drunk, which on one side I understand, but on the other side, you would expect people, like you don't invite people to your wedding that you cannot be sure of don't get completely wasted in the first 10 minutes. Then they're not supposed to be at your wedding. If you cannot expect everyone to behave and be like and have like a good day together without being wasted in the first 10 minutes, don't invite them to your wedding. What? Don't invite them to your wedding. I should go to bed. I really need to go to bed. Yes, sleep. That's what I want to do as well. Now that I know that there was no alcohol, you really shouldn't have come. Exactly. I brought my own. I'm not dumb. I brought my own. I had a pocket and I had a bag. I just put like and just a flachman in my bag and then 2 cans of like whiskey coke that I bought. You know, like the cans that you can buy from like with like Jackie in it. That's what I got, like three cans and a flachman. That's what I did. And I just got wasted by myself because that wedding was the worst fucking wedding ever. I don't even know how you can put that little understanding of weddings into. They had. I have to say that before I go into sleep because you have to understand their entire their entire planning was they're gonna go around. I'm gonna take them off. They were having their private wedding. So like they didn't even have like their actual wedding with like the people. They had the private wedding with friends and like with very close friends and family. Then they went to eat lunch at a restaurant. Then they would be going to their house where they would do Polterabend, like the throwing the plates and stuff for like good luck. On the same day, by the way, they went for lunch, went home, did the plate throwing, and then would, since it's only like 3 houses away, would walk from like their house where they did the plate throwing. They would then walk to the location where they would obviously not have cake first as like a 3 p.m. lunch thing and just have like coffee and cake. No, it was like 4 p.m. at that point. And then they only had like drinks, and at 7 p.m. they had served dinner with like appetizers and then like the full course, and then after that they would have dessert. Then they would have 2 hours of, I would say, dancing or hanging out or something. They did nothing. They were just sitting around talking for 2 hours or something. And then they had cake at like 11. 11:30 at night. It was nearly midnight when they had cake. Coffee and cake at midnight. And then at like 1 a.m. after the cake, they had like little, you know, like these little, it keeps following me and tries to cuddle with my foot with. Oh god, that's so sweet. That's so cute. We had like these little Schnitten, you would say in German. It's like, it was just like little bread slices with like just anything, any topping on it. That would be served at like 2 a.m. And then eventually they would just be like, you know, like fizzling out. People would be going home. It was the worst organized shit I've ever heard in my entire life. It was, the location was ugly. It was cold. No one was dancing. The music was shit. Their in-laws were annoying because they were just constantly angry about everything. The drinks are not coming fast enough. They don't taste well. The dinner is too slow, too fast, too cold, too hot. The wedding is not planned enough. The wedding is too much planned. And I was about to, like, honestly, the wedding hadn't even started, and like 1 hour in, after I had served like two tables of drinks, in my wedding guest dress, by the way, because I was told would just be helping out a little bit, but you know what I ended up doing, helping out like 3 hours or so with everything, with serving drinks, serving food, serving cake, serving cunt. Oh, you know, you could see my brain braining, and he thought it was a good idea to say that, but it was. Oh, it has to go into the quotes channel. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah, like I was just serving everything. Okay, mostly bad moods. I'm not gonna answer that. My ass on a good trend. Oh god. Oh, I need to go to bed. What am I doing with my life? It's 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. What am I doing with my life? Anyways, now I'm here. I survived this horrific wedding, and I never want to go to any wedding ever again. Except I was my cousin's wedding, and that was a lovely wedding. That was amazing. Just his new mother-in-law and just parents-in-law in general were shit, because they're just shit people. But that's not anyone's fault. They're just shit people, and they had to be invited because they're literally the parents of the bride. The bride's parents cannot be uninvited, I think. I mean, they can. You could. But they didn't do it. But it was a lovely wedding. everything would be better. Sleeping on the streets would be better than the wedding that I have attended. That was the worst wedding. You can uninvite you, and that's what I'm saying. You could, but usually people don't do it. Usually that's like the moment they're trying to re-establish a relationship with your parent. Because already I know, since I told the story of my dad earlier, I don't know. First of all, I'm not marrying anytime soon. That's a thought for when I am marrying someone eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I will not. Maybe I will end up alone, dying alone, and playing Valorant alone. That might be what I will be doing with my life. But what is it, sleeping on the street thing? It's better than the wedding. That's what I said. It's like I would rather sleep on the streets naked than attend that fucking wedding one more time. That was the worst wedding ever. And 1 hour in, I wanted to go home. And I went to Mike and I said, like, if nothing changed, I'm going to go home. And I do not give a shit about what anyone feels because I will be going home. And he was like, you will not be doing that. We will be staying here. And he doesn't, like, apparently he didn't want to be there as well, which I didn't understand, but because he did nothing. Actually, he did basically nothing because I did everything. And he's like, oh, he doesn't want to be there as well. I didn't want to be there either, and so, but like, we can't go an hour in. It's like, we should actually, and if you don't go, I will go. But then I remembered that I didn't drive there myself because his mum picked us up and we were supposed to sleep at his mum's. And then he looked at me and was like, are you gonna walk home? And I was like, I'd rather walk home with these these high heels. I'd rather walk home in that dress, in these heels, even if it takes 4 hours. I will walk home. And there was a moment he realized that he cannot just tell me whatever the fuck he wanted, and I would do it. And there was a moment, at least I understood that it's not gonna work out. Did he understand? No. He was holding on for dear life. A very common thing to want to do. So what is that, sleeping on the streets? That's the worst wedding I've ever attended. Damn, I look tired. Like shit. Anyways. Yeah, I can only tell horror stories about my ex-boyfriends. Like, neither of them were any good. The first dude, I have no idea what I was thinking. He was the first dude in like 18 years of my existence that was like, she's not ugly. That was the first dude, so I was like, oh my god, it's a man and he wants me. Okay, and that was my downfall. Okay, that was my first ever relationship, and it was just the worst fucking shit ever. Learn from your mistakes, people. Learn from your mistakes. I don't know what I was doing with my life then. Men are overhyped. So true. I should get myself a wife. I am in very, very good pursuit of a wife. I don't have a wife yet, but I'm searching for one. I want a wife. Yesterday, please. I wanted a wife yesterday. That would be lovely. Just spawn one in, be like, pew, pew. Wife would be great. I would love a wife. Damn. But then I would need to go work. But I can have a working wife. And then I could be the baking wife. I'm gonna do that. My wife's gonna work and I'm gonna bake. I'm gonna bake her every fucking thing in the entire world. Yes. That's what my life goal is. I'm just gonna work. Just take a cheat gun and spawn one in. Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck. Anyways. Then we got the house husband. Yes, that's what I will do. That's exactly what I will do. Anyways, I'm tired of men. My mom actually, after my first ex-boyfriend, she came to me and was like, why the fuck did you torture yourself with that man? I was like, he was the first dude that was ever interested in me. I went through entire 10 years of school. No one ever wanted to be interested in me, and he was. He was the first fucking choice to take. He was ugly, he was unintelligent, and he was in the military. He's still in the military. But he's still all these things, okay? He's not dead, unfortunately. Yeah, but he was just nothing. He was not even like, as I said, the intimacy was horrific. The relationship was horrific. He was a narcissist. I have no idea why I would ever take, why. But I feel like everyone asks themselves about their first relationship, just why. Looking back to your first relationship, you're like, they served nothing. Absolutely nothing did they do. Yeah, and I was kind of like, not so great, Excuse me, I need to go to bed. The second dude, my mom came to me, he's like, he's very boring. I was like, you think so? She was like, you're gonna get bored of him eventually. I'm like, have fun. He's at least nice. He was nice. But he had no ambitions with his life. None. No ambitions whatsoever. But at least the relationship was good before he became a psycho. Okay? It was a good 3 months before he became a psycho. It was a good 3 months. It's 3 a.m. here. Should I go to bed? It's 5 a.m. now. I need to go to bed as well. I need to stand up in 5 hours. Sleep is overrated. Maybe I should go play some more Valorant. Anyways, I'll be going to bed now. Yeah, but I feel like if there's no one in this entire world that does not question their first relationship. I swear to God, if I find anyone who's happily married, my cousin is happily married to her first boyfriend. Fuck. I know one. Okay, she's the one exception. And now everyone else has to suffer because she got her happy ending, okay? And she's now has a 2-year-old child, and they were fucking happy. And I'm like, how the fuck did she do that? I don't know. I will never know. But I have to suffer now because, like, the statistic, like, she's the one in the million now. 1 million people is gonna, it's only abusive relationship because now in Valorant. I only get abusive relationships. Doesn't matter. I'm not unhappy with my first relationship. Okay, you're the second in the million. So now, because of you two, 2 million people have to suffer. Okay? 2 million people. Probably because of you, 1 million people have to suffer. How do you feel about that? Anyways, maybe I'm gonna have like a really angry message from my neighbor in my on my door tomorrow. I hope not. But I'm gonna go now. Hopefully going to fall asleep. Well, the trauma just came early. I'm traumatized from my childhood. From children. I'm traumatized from children. I'm traumatized from my childhood, and I'm traumatized from my relationships. Okay, it's probably no. I'm going. Oh, Goodbye. Good night. Sleep well.